What's up, guys? It's Robson Hayashida here, and tonight we are going to talk to you guys about a counter trade. I've done other videos about counter trades, so if you want to check them out, you just click here somewhere on my channel and you'll be able to see them. You can search for counter trades Robson Hayashida on YouTube on the search bar, and they'll probably come out. So, first of all, if you haven't seen other videos, sorry, what is counter trade? Counter trade is when you do a trade, you open a position, and you go against the overall trend. So, first of all, how do I identify the overall trend? So, let me write to you guys first. So, okay. So, when you have something like a counter trade, and sometimes we abbreviate to CT, okay? So that means that the trade that you take goes against the overall trend, okay? But first of all, how do I identify the overall trend, okay? So how to identify the overall trend? Okay, so a lot of people ask me this question. They're like, "Oh, Robson, uh, what do I look at? Do I look at the Dragon, the 50 EMA? Do I look at the 200 EMA? And then I try to see where price is going? Do I look at support and resistance? Do I look at the volume?" No. The most important thing when you want to identify the trend, what's the most important thing? You look at the price. Yes, you look at the price. So, and a lot of people don't get it to begin with, but the first thing that you look at is price. So you want to see where price is going. And then, for example, let's take a look at this chart. So you see that price went all the way up. What happens from here? From here, it goes to a kind of consolidation area here. After that, it breaks this consolidation area here. So here starts to break this consolidation and goes down. Then there is a small retrace and goes down, a small retrace, okay? So from here, from this point until this point, what is the overall trend? If you say it's bearish, you are right. So the overall trend is going down, so that's on a bearish trend. And the thing that you look at to begin with is price, okay? So don't misunderstand, like don't make a mistake here. So the most important thing will be price and time. So whenever you look at a chart, there are two axes, and most people tend to only think of one axis, which is price, and people only focus on that, but there is another axis. If you look horizontally, there is time. So whenever you take a trade, whenever you do something, you have to be right about price, but you also have to be right about timing. Timing is really important. So if you say, oh, this currency pair, this currency will reach 200, okay, 200 yen, whatever. But when is going to reach? Okay, so if it reaches like after 5 years, it is not relevant, right? So you have to know when it's going to happen. So I will say, okay, it's going to reach 200 within the next like half an hour. Okay, that's an estimation. All right. So it's very important in trading. You have to be right about the price and the time. Okay, so these two factors. And when you look at the trend, you have to know where price is going. So the first thing you look, once again, I know that I sound a little bit repetitive, but the first thing, once again, price. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so now that once we have identified the overall trend is a bearish trend, okay, so the overall trend is bearish. Next, can you guys see what happens here is that I have a very strong support line, very strong, and then I drill in red. Okay, so why is this a very strong support line? Because if you look all the way down here, okay, all the way back here, try to break this line and failed. Then once again it tried to get close to this line and failed. Okay, here once again tried to get close and failed, and then he broke it. Okay, he broke it. Okay, and went up, and then once again tried to get to this line and failed again. Can you guys see this? Okay, and then failed again here. So what does that mean? That means that according to PVSRE, I have a very strong support line. And what I'm looking for, I'm looking for a rejection. I'm looking actually at two. As I always say to you guys, you look for two confirmations, okay? So you look for one confirmation and you look for the second confirmation and then you enter, okay? So the first confirmation came here. Why? Because I have a red candle, okay? Relatively big, relatively big. And when I look at the volume bar, it's notable volume, okay? So the volume is big, okay? And what happened to this red candle? This red candle failed to break the support line, okay? So the first confirmation that I got here is first confirmation, okay? Red candle failed, okay? So the red candle failed to break the support line that I drill, okay? So yeah, let me explain to you. So this support line here, I drew myself, okay? So before someone asks me, oh, where is it an indicator? Is it an expert advisor? Blah, blah, blah. No. This is just like I used the tools on MetaTrader 4 and I drew it because I spotted this support line, okay? So where is the second confirmation that I'm looking for? The second confirmation is where I have a gray candle here that tried to break and failed, and the second confirmation came here. So I have very close to the support line, I have a very big, okay, relatively big green candle this time. So it's a bullish candle, okay, that what shows rejection from this support line. So we have very strong rejection with a green candle, and when I look at the volume bar here, the same size, so it's notable volume and the same size as the previous red candle, okay? So what happens here is very interesting, because if the volume were smaller, I probably wouldn't have entered this trade, okay? Why? Because I wouldn't have enough momentum, because once you get a smaller volume, okay, a candle on the volume bar that's smaller, so I got a smaller volume, that means that I'm losing momentum, okay? But here I got a green candle that was the same volume as the red candle, and I got some kind of engulfing pattern because it was not right after the red candle, but it was just one candle away, okay? And I got a green candle. If you look here, I got a green candle that's much bigger, okay? Much bigger than this red one, okay? So it's kind of engulfing pattern that is happening here, okay? So I got my second confirmation. So my second came came with green candle, okay? Showing rejection. Okay, so the green candle showing rejection and notable volume. Okay, so everything that on PVSRA, don't forget the V on PVSRA. The V stands for volume, so we always look at the volume bar. Okay, so once I got this strong rejection for from the support line, that means that it's a confirmation, is the second confirmation, so I can enter, right? And then, but I didn't enter here. Instead, I waited until it bounced back, because there is always a retrace, right? So I was looking for a retrace, so it bounced back and then I entered here. But then I was a little bit wrong, because it bounced back all the way here, down here, okay? So I could have gotten an even better entry position if I waited. But it's okay. I didn't enter, so I didn't enter here, so I entered before, so I entered here, okay? And then went against me for a while, and then it bounced back up again, and then I closed here with 5 pips of profit, okay? And probably I would have closed anyways, because once it touches the dragon here, something else can happen, right? So it would be safe to close it as soon as it touched the dragon, okay, which it did here. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it's as you can see, whenever you enter, look for very strong, okay, very strong lines. For example, this line that I spotted here is very strong. Why? Because you can see a lot of times it's trying to break, or it broke here. Oh, this one we don't count because it's after we entered, okay, so we don't really count, but let's count this. Okay, so it tried to break here, right, and then tried to break here, right, and then, well, here succeeded, so you don't count, but then here, okay, and here. So you look at very strong signals that those signals are telling you, okay, this is a support line and this is a very strong line. And once you have a very strong rejection from this line with notable volume, you enter. Okay, so look for those things. If you are a beginner in PVSRA, don't ignore this video, don't watch this video, because it's going to make you even more confused. Okay, because CT trades, like counter trades, is more for like intermediate and advanced levels. So if you are a total beginner in PVSRA, just go back to my beginner level videos and watch those videos first before you watch this one. And that's the message for today. If you guys have any questions about PVSA or any questions about trading in general, just ask me here on the comment section, and I see you guys on my next video. Bye bye. Oops. Yeah, I'm still learning how to use this. Okay, bye.